and welcome to this video. In today's lesson, we will learn how to complete the solution to a linear equation. In our first example, we see 6x plus 7y equals 4x plus 4y. And the question is, complete the missing value in the solution to the equation. So we are completing the solution. They give us a portion of it. We have to determine the missing value. The first thing we want to do is label the solution, determine what they gave us, and also determine what value is missing. So step one, we're labeling the solution. And we know the solution to a linear equation is going to be an ordered pair where x is your first number and y is your second number. So always label your ordered pair first. So when we look at what's given to us, which number did they give us? Did they give us x or did they give us y? They gave us y. So we know y equals -4. That completes step one, to label and determine what value is provided and also determine what value we're solving for. So in this case, we're solving for x. Step two would be to substitute the given value into the equation. So remember, they did give us y. So we want to substitute this -4 in everywhere we see y. Everything else in the equation will stay exactly the same. The only thing we're going to change is the y. So we will have 6 that stays the same, x plus, I'm simply copying exactly what I see, 7. Now when I get to y, I will not write the y. I will replace it with -4, and I do want to put that in parentheses. Bringing down the equal sign, and then I just keep going, bringing everything down just like it is, except for y. Now I'm at y again, I will substitute -4. So step two is to substitute the given value into the equation. Step three, so our last step, is to solve this equation for the missing value. And if we remember, the missing value is y. We want to solve, the missing value is x. We are solving for x. So we'll just go through and solve this equation, simplifying things as much as we can on each side. So I see 7 times a -4. We can turn that into a -28 and bring everything else down. And on the other side, the 4 and -4 can be -16. That's multiplication when they're side by side like that. We have variables on both sides, and we've seen a video on how to do this, but I'm going to subtract 4x on both sides to get 2x minus 28 equals, and of course these canceled, -16. Just a few more steps. Let's add 28 to both sides. That cancels. We're left with 2x equals positive 12. And the very last maneuver for solving this equation would be to divide by 2, and x will equal 6. And we can fill in our ordered pair with x equals 6. That is your simple 3-step process for completing solutions to linear equations. To recap, the first thing we do is identify the ordered pair, label it x and y, determine which value is given and which value we're solving for. After we do that, step 2 is to substitute the provided value into the equation. And lastly, step 3 is to solve that equation for the missing value. One bonus step you can do is to take the solution, the completed solution now, the 6, negative 4, and substitute the entire solution into the equation to verify that it is true. We saw that in the previous video. I'll link it here, but that's a bonus step. You can confirm that your value that you calculated is correct. Okay, let's move on to another example. For example 2, we see y equals 4x minus 9. Same instructions, complete the missing value in the solution to the equation. Let's start with step 1. Identify what has been given in the ordered pair and what we're solving for. So we label x, y. We have been given x equals 3, and we need to determine the value for y. So step 2, we know we need to substitute this value x equals 3 into the equation. Very important, make sure you substitute it in for the right variable. So everywhere there is an x, we will replace it with 3. All other information we keep the same. So y equals 4. Instead of x, we'll put 3 in, minus 9. Step 2 is complete. Moving on to step 3, we're going to solve this equation for y. 4 times 3 gives us 12. So we have y equals 12 minus 9, and therefore y is 3. So our work is done, but as a bonus step, you can substitute your answer in and determine for certain that it is correct. Example 3 says y equals negative 2x plus 4. Complete the missing value in the solution to the equation if we have the following ordered pair. So labeling x, y. They give us y equals negative 2. We need to solve for x. Step 2, substitute your given y value into the equation. So instead of y, we write negative 2 equals negative 2x plus 4. Last step, solve this equation for x. So we want to isolate the x, so we'll remove 4. So negative 6 equals negative 2x, and divide both sides by negative 2. X comes out to be positive 3. So that will be our missing value in our solution. One more example. For the last example, we have 2x plus 3y equals 12. Let's start with step 1 and label our ordered pair. Once again, they give us y. Y is 8, and we need to solve for x. So let's substitute the 8 in for y. Copying everything that was given, we have 2x plus 3, not y, but 8, equals 12. Step 3 would be to solve this equation. 3 times 8 is 24. So 2x plus 24 equals 12. We will subtract 24 from both sides. And we get 2x equals negative 12. Divide both sides by 2. And x is negative 6. That will complete the solution. All right, guys, so that is how you complete solutions to linear equations. If they have provided you with a value, this is how you would go through the process to determine the missing value. Hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.